Paul is addressing philosophers and thinkers in Athens, a city proud of its intellectual heritage and pantheon of gods. These are not uneducated crowds. They are Epicureans and Stoic, rational, critical, and deeply tied to tradition. Let's analyze it from the lens of communication art, focusing on rhetorics, audience engagement, and contextual intelligence. The speech is a masterclass in persuasive communication. Athens, the birthplace of philosophy, home of Plato, Socrates, and hundreds of gods. But one day, a Jewish tentmaker stood up in their most sacred court and dared to suggest. Paul starts with observation, not condemnation. Men of Athens, I see that you are very religious. He doesn't insult their idols. He praises their search. Lesson: compliment before you challenge. Respect before you redirect. Paul quotes their poets. Yes, they own Greek literature. That's not random. That's ethos, showing he speaks their language. He becomes one of them, not a stranger. He uses logic, not just faith. Paul builds on arguments step by step. God isn't made of gold or stone. God doesn't live in temples. We are His creation. He doesn't say, believe me. He says, think with me. Paul pointing out at an altar labeled to the unknown God. Then comes the twist. What you worship as unknown, I proclaim to you. Boom, connections made. They already had a placeholder for Jesus. He challenges, but at the right moment. Only at the end does he mention the resurrection of Jesus. That was the controversial part, and he saved it until after he built trust and curiosity. Some mocked him, but others said, we want to hear more, and a few believed. Paul didn't argue his way into their hearts. He entered through their worldview, walked alongside them, and then turned the lens toward Jesus. So, whether you are sharing ideas, building bridges, or pitching a new way of thinking, don't start with the conclusion. Start with the connection. Apostle Paul didn't just preach the gospel. He translated it into the language of thinkers, and that is communication mastery. This is Gabri Talks Business. Don't forget to like and subscribe.